Well, hello, and welcome to my channel. It's Kate in the Nest, and I have missed you. So, first biggest question is, how are you going? It's been, I've lost almost count of how many nights and days it's been since I've been on YouTube. But that doesn't mean that nothing's been happening. But I hope those of you who've missed me um, understand, and I'm coming back to you fuller, more inspired, fuller. That doesn't, yeah, I actually am fuller. I've had a lot to eat while I've been away. Um, but I am totally full of joy and inspiration, and the creativity is just going to flow non-stop from here. So I can't even remember what I did in the last video, but today is about celebrating the fact that I am home. I am between things going on, and I suppose the next big thing is on Monday I start, and I can't believe I'm saying this, a workshop at the Green Door with the amazing and brilliant Fluids. And I've been away with the Green Door 4, Missy, Kristen, Zoe, and myself plus Fleur. So feeling very blessed. One of the things that we do together, and I do say I understand that this is rare, and for me it is rare, and I don't take it for granted. I have worked my entire life. I've been a mother, a wife, and I'm just now in a stage where every day is probably freer of the you have to, and fuller of I can make a choice right now, right here, and what am I going to spend the day doing? So this is going to be some stitching on my Tote of Hope. But before that, I'm just going to share the most wonderful thing about a community of stitchers. And if you're new here, if you ever want to find kindness, joy, sharing, and a home in your heart, because many of us are lonely. And I just said to my husband earlier, like, there were many times in my life where I thought, I'm working so hard, but if I got sick, who would come and see me? And my family would. But my friends probably were a little bit displaced because I was always so busy. But now, by being in this Stitchy community, I just know that um, we're connected by the virtual and not just the physical. So, does that make sense? Okay. Um, I have been gifted lots of things. I'm playing here because this is the Tote of Hope, and this is something that the beautiful Kristen Washburn taught us all yesterday. But I'm going to go the gifts first. And like always, as I blurb on, you need to know I'm thinking of you. I hope you had something today or tomorrow that makes you smile. We always need to have something to look forward to. I have been blessed. That's blessed with, I was going to say blessed with gifts, but it came out as whatever that word was. Noreen. Um, I met Noreen in person when she came to my Melbourne workshop. She then came up and did my Art on a Heart at the Green Door. Can't remember what day that was. Last Saturday, and a week ago, and then stayed on to do Fleur's 3-day course. She left me a gift. Noreen, I am so sorry that I missed you, but I understand that you had to go home. But everyone, here is a black swan from Noreen, the kindest, most beautiful person, and it's a candle. So this is going to be lit tomorrow and be with me as I work in my nest. So thank you, Noreen. I zipped out to the green door today because I'm in the process of working with Fleur to, um, just align our colours. We have our concept and we know what we're doing, but I want to make sure that this is the most beautiful array that I've ever done. I'm with the Fleur of the world. And so the whole studio is going to be covered with stitching and with art and with texture and treasures. So I was out there and Zoe said to me, oh, by the way, Chrissy left you a present. Now, Chrissy, I'm so sorry I didn't see you, and I can't believe that you've left me something. But here I am. I'm going to share it with everyone because, number one, look at this idea for packaging things and wrapping. We've got vintage crochet trim off, obviously, a vintage textile that has been dyed. Let's open it. It's wrapped in a beautiful square floral that I immediately feel like I want to embroider. So the gift of textiles to Stitchy people has already filled my heart. But what is in here? Now, my husband at Christmas always feels parcels. I would say it's smallish. Are we ready? It probably feels a bit like a ring. Look at that. Oh, oh my. Sorry. Oh my gosh, overwhelmed here. Cat in the nest overwhelmed because I've been gifted the nest with eggs and a bird. Let's go up. I put a light in so that I'm not in shadow even though it's pitch dark. Can you see that? No, I apologize if it's going to be too light. But that is a bird in the nest with pearl eggs. Let's take one flower off. Let's see how she goes here. Let's try her here. Does this happen as we get older? Our knuckles change. Doesn't stop us being joyful and beautiful. Look at that. So Chrissy, I don't know the story. I would love to know the story. But thank you. So let's put the bird in the nest beside the flower from India and keep going. So we've got swans and flowers. And this is the simple joy, my friends, isn't it? Being gifted something. I have never received gifts like this from people who I don't know ever in my life. And it's teaching me to give is probably what the biggest thing is. Look at that. So Chrissy, that's going to be on something as is this. It actually, that's what I'm going to do. Hold that thought, ladies and gentlemen. I know what I'm going to do at that. Okay. The other thing is the lovely Vicky from her Instagram, Bearsville, said that she was coming down to a Fleur workshop and she would be bringing me some of her fabric. What she meant by that was something, again, that was beyond my dreams. But I'm sharing this with you because it's almost like sharing the joy of gift giving, and let's do it more often. And I'm determined to, because the pleasure this has given me. It was a bag, a shopping bag full, and it will take a little while to go through it. But I thought you might appreciate. These obviously are vintage linen. I think they're placemats. And look at the rickrack. Christine of Create and Craft with Christine, I'm thinking of you. You love your rickrack. It's been used, it's been worn. These are so, so soft. And look at the flowers that could be harvested and embellished and loved again. So it's not just that one. There's two. It's so soft. They've been loved. 3, 4, 5. It doesn't matter how many they are. They are just, and it's like, actually, this one is less used than this one. So maybe the story is it was a couple, 2 people, or maybe 4, and number 5 and 6 were saved for guests. But can you feel that swishiness? So, gift, love, love, love. I did actually see, it was unplanned, and that's another story, but Vicky did say to me, now Kate, if you come across something in there with buttons on the side, it belonged to my grandmother, my great-grandmother, I don't know, but what I have proceeded to find is that Vicky has included, that is pink, it's coming out white, so I apologize, maybe this is a bit bright, the colour. Is that better? No, that's not nice. Let's go that, and we'll work it out. This is baby pink. Baby pink. Absolutely divine. I think they're little babies' pillowcases. Look at that. Press studs. This is remnant with beautiful embroidery. Oh, don't tell me I haven't done the big piece that I was going to reveal. I haven't. I told her it was going in my drawer of honor, and it's been so special. But basically, there are vintage bits here, and Vicky, I thanked her afterwards in a message, and she said she has ample stash, and I thought of the word abundance, because what we're doing is we're feeling abundant by receiving and having in our hand this work of the past. So that is like, that must have been a hanky. I haven't brought down the main item. You'll see it somewhere. There was this. So I haven't done a neutral, and I don't call it neutral, I call it natural, and also vintage. But for those of you who need a rest from my colour, there are multiple pieces of these. So they are actually going straight into my sharing at workshop piles. Love them. And look at these. Kate the Crocheter knows that this filigree crochet, and this is machined, but the design. Actually, that's, look at, I've been doing flowers in vases. Look at that as the beginning. That's just so inspired me. And there's more than one of those. And then this, I noticed, this is like it's cotton, and it's I think a vintage 90. It's got a label on it. But look at the straps. Tied. With that little bit of lace. Absolutely love it. I'm sorry I'm not showing you the blueness, but also this was included. Look at the lace and the satin ribbon. This is like a what would bed jacket, I would imagine you would call it. Just beautiful. I might even try that on and see if I can. Yeah, it's just so. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we've got swans, we've got vintage as well. There is multiple quilting fabrics from Vicky, Facet. Yeah, it just goes on and on. So just remember, and even if we have too much, when we give, if we go give to a thrift store, maybe to a person, let's curate and just know that even if we don't want it ourselves, it will bring such joy to others, because that's what Kate in the Nest is experiencing. I'm going to take experiencing right now. So that's those. Okay. Finally, yesterday, our beautiful friend Christian had been trying to teach us how to bead, but not beady stitchy, but put beads together. So all these beads came out of her personal collection of going to bead stores and oppie and thrift stores and collecting beads. And in her box was this bird. And then she found a key, and she taught me how to put a bird separated by the beads and hang, and there's still opportunity for other things to hang on there. So just so grateful, Kristen. Thank you. So that's there, full of inspiration. Let's get back to the Tote of Hope, which, hello Lynette, please know that I haven't stopped doing collabs. It's just that maybe the Tote of Hope didn't need 6 months, so I'll learn from that. So if you're new here, this is my bag. It's now traveled away. It's been to Western Australia. It just went away with me this last week. January, February, March, April, and we're in May now. What remains? We've got shoulder straps that initially I thought, will I cover them? I'm not sure whether I will, but I have learned that the bottom needs structure. So lately I have been, didn't have it prepared, did I? Having a piece of that plastic that you buy, I get it from Spotlight, to strengthen the base. I don't want to cover over this blanket, but if I don't have something in it, it sags down. So could it be inside it? No, I took it out. So what's inside it? Always something. A tag, a pin. Oh, other scraps. Actually, maybe that's a sign. Okay, so where to next? Let us, I'm going to show you that while I was down away with the girls, we did projects every day, and I made this as a little piece to just celebrate where I'm up to now in my stitching. This I noticed, and I said to Fleur, sometimes the pieces lead us way deep into the magentas, and that's a surprising colour for me, but this is Fleur wool, and I don't want to not celebrate that. Missy gave me, I'd used this previously on a tote. She brought it back from Texas last year, and she gave me a big long length. Actually, here it is here. So just adore it. So there it is. It's on there. Kristen taught us how to make, oh, that's another piece I haven't shown you, something that I'll show you in future. And then I've wrecked this because I unpicked it, but how to twist cord out of DMC. And she gave us this bead in this special box. I'll say that for another time. And this now houses my sashiko threads that you can see I'm getting through pretty quickly. So those big ones are in the back, and in the front I have little wound ones and also this silky thread, just to separate it from my wools that are in the nest in my sewing basket, as well as my little pouch of these other cottons. So look, I'm gradually getting there and loving learning how to organize myself. So let's thread the needle. And my aha moment was today I received this, and I buried and the ring in this, and from Vicky this. So they are all significant memories of this day and this month. And I also had that in the bag itself. Do I want to decorate the base? No, I do not. So let's keep adorning. I also, have I shown you this? This was a gift from Sheridan, who's been overseas, from an incredible place in Paris, who does samples or collects, I don't know the story. Basically, this is practice or actual Chanel. So that needs to become part of my story. So Lynette, back to you. The May challenge is to totally complete our Tote of Hope and to just continue to adorn it. And if you've run out of that, I will be announcing in June. I've got it worked out. Probably in my newsletter, I think I'll do it. What the projects for the last 6 months of the year are. So yes, we will continue to do combined things together. So how about we use a bit of Chrissy's dyed lace there. So I think this might be one of my, I can't remember how many I've done now. This is a Saturday night video in the dark. but I'm rearranging the nest, and that means I've brought light down from the other part of my house. Swear I did have some more pins, but for the moment, let's just put that there. Here is this floral, and I feel like we could I love that it's sort of crunkled because it's been wrapping the ring. I mean, who's ever seen a nest with a bird and eggs on a ring before? I just think that's the most amazing combination. So that is a beautiful flower. And actually I'm thinking that I might get 2 harvests out of that. So the big main flower, and this one's got the brighter flower and the paler flower. And then we've got the beautiful, I think let's go back to, when was I very busy? This one. This was January, February. And I feel we've got, why have I got an orchid there? I can't even remember. Oh, Hope. Yes, H-O. I'm wondering if we do something like, still keep that big flower, but join this one on and then overlap it to that side. So it's joining February to March, and I haven't finished stitching that bit there, so that wraps around and becomes the joiner. For being embellished, of course. Then we've got, so we've used up the trim, the flower from Chrissy. I've got this from Vicky. I don't want to cut that. It's so beautiful. So remember, this is March when I was in Perth. I've got, was this pre-Perth? This was pre-second return to India. So that was original Cantha. You can see the Liberty that I bought at Calico and Ivy, celebrating the 100 years, I think it is. And yeah, this is a lot of memories of being in Perth, and hello to everyone in Western Australia. I'm just thinking maybe we could join March to April, because this is the piece with, no, it's too much, isn't it? It's going to cover. I think there's still hope. Maybe that's better. I'm not actually covering anything particularly up, and we can still see through it. I had 13,000 pins with me, but I didn't bring all my bits down. So let's just use our imagination so that we can think about that. So that's going to go there. Right, I have to stitch with you because otherwise it feels like so if you're just seeing this now, I've only tacked, this is the Uniqlo bag. So literally, if I wanted to, I could actually pull that out. It's not gone, oh, it's gone through there. But really, I'm just stitching to the own blanket. So let's have that. Here's a needle. Here's some beautiful, vibrant orange. Perlé. I saw the, have I talked about that? The lovely Meg had her Tote of Hope pouch a week ago. And it is so, so exciting to see that. Well, I hope to see inspiration. You don't have to make anything, like you are you. But when people have stitched something over an extended time and then have the opportunity to use it and then to share it with others, that's what I like. So in our garden, our Stitchy garden here, each one of us is a seed or a seedling, a bud, a flower, a fading rose. It doesn't matter. We are all in the garden together and we are choosing to express our artistic soul and heart through our stitchings at this moment. And it's never ever a competition of we like stitching more than knitting, crocheting, painting, cooking. They're all, oh gosh. Yeah, okay, I just remembered something that I said I do for Fleur, but I've still got time. Yeah, we just need to listen to each other's stories and be encouraged. So I'm just sort of joining that side to here, continuing the thread, and then we'll go back. So I suppose if there was a prompt for May and June is adorn, adorn, adorn. We've done the hard work. Now let's just have fun. And after this week and seeing those women today and last week, etc., I just actually think the thing that's good for our souls is just to, number one, be together, meet around the table with our stitching, and then just go home with a heart full. And yes, we learn skills. Yes, we teach skills, but for me, it's experiential learning. And we did talk the other night about what a beautiful example it is for our children and our children's children if they see busy mum, busy working mum, stop and just say, actually, I need some time for me, and go and stitch, or go to a workshop. It doesn't matter what it is. Just let's make this normal and not for, let's get away from the stereotypes and introduce a new stereotype. Can you tell that I've drunk the Kool-Aid of this is what the world needs now. So that line was about putting the back down, and now if we want to put a term together, I call this running stitch. But it's exactly the same stitch that makes Cantha quilts. And that sews seams together. And that we learn first. So I am going to finish up here. It's dark. I'm going to go and sit beside my husband and stitch away. I will continue this work. And I'm going to wish you well for wherever you are right now. I will be back tomorrow, definitely. There'll be another video because I can only do it in real time. I can't plan ahead. Well, I can plan ahead. Someone asked me, am I disorganized? I just find at this point, for me, the joy is in working on something and talking to you live. And I know I can have time for that tomorrow and maybe not on Monday, but we'll see. So thank you so much for watching. I hope I am finishing your day with joy. And that's what friends are for. Thank you so much. Bye.